Testing. Hello. All right. The mic settings are not fine tuned on this profile, so it's okay. It's fine for now, but I'll have to fine tune it a little bit after the stream, and I still got to work on the MacBook. It almost feels weird that we're not streaming all day today, like we normally do. But at this, oh, holy crap! Wait, is that here? Is that Tinkle Tits? Hold on. What a name, right? Cancel. Let me just double check. Let me pull up the chat. New chat. Oh crap! Yeah, Tickle to donated a bunch of memberships. Holy moly! 10, 20, 30. Yo, thank you so much. Yo, by the way, that was really, 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 really nice of you, Gracious. Thank you so much. I got an email the other day. It was really funny by somebody that they were like saying like, "Yo, like under my name, it popped up and it said I'm a armed robbery suspect." They got like a little offended at first, and I busted out laughing, and I was writing her back, and then she's like, "Oh, never mind. Like, never mind." It was just a joke because it was going to be mainly a chase channel. We ended up becoming just all over the place, kind of how I am, I guess. Tickle Tits 20. Holy ish. Oh, you know, I got to do the song. Damn, I don't have the song on here. Hold on. We got to load the. I got to load this video. I don't have it set up for this channel yet. I really should get. I have this device. I mean, I don't want to get too cheesy with it, but I have this device that I could hook up to the computer, and like I could press buttons and like a little thing comes up. I wouldn't want to do it all the time, but like for moments like this, it's like, all right, we can. The hell's going on? What's that? I hear noise. Let me make sure you guys can hear the noise with me. Yeah, all right. Is there a video playing? Oh boy. Oh, there. What's this? Oh, that's from yesterday. Okay, cool. Boom, got it. That's the worst thing when you have like a video playing in the background and you have 100 tabs open and you can't find the tabs. Okay. I'm going to try to add this video. Media. Here we go. It's playing. Hold on, man. I'll do a Bugatti. Motion man, I'll do a Bugatti. Baby, I'll do a Bugatti. That's allegedly Taylor Swift's cousin. I got it. Hey, Callie, Sandy, what's up? Stacy, you lost your green? How'd you lose your green? We're on a different channel, so that's why you don't have green. I haven't seen you in a long time, though. I hope you're doing good. There's no live chat to see in Google Chrome. Were you logged in? All right, so let's get started. I know we were kind of hanging out for a bit. Let's get started. And by the way, just thank you to BL because BL sent me all this stuff, honestly. She might have grabbed it from other people. I'm not sure if she grabbed it from other people on Discord. BL had sent me all this today. She literally like handed over all the stuff today that we could talk about. And she sent me some links for the Texas story that I'd like to cover later. And she even sent me a Daily Mail article. Oh, I love Daily Mail. I didn't see that until now. I just noticed. Okay, perfect. So later today, after I get what I'm supposed to be doing an interview later with that 360 channel, that advertising 360. Joe's gonna like interview me, I guess, and the person over there at that channel. I'm gonna do it. I guess I'll just to working on something together. But I don't think necessarily that demographic is my demographic. The advertising thing for like the channel, necessarily. But maybe there'll be some people interested in watching the videos. You missed the song? How do you super chat an iPhone? I'm afraid to even tell you because apparently iPhone's charging people surplus. Wait, did they get charged extra? I'm afraid. I don't even. How do I buy membership on iPhone? I don't even want to tell you because they charge extra. Maybe that's the reason it's not on. Apparently, they're charging everybody extra. All right, so let's get into this a little bit. Interview Bucks, yo, Tinkle, man, did you win the lottery or something? Thank you for the 10. Interview Bucks. Oh, the name of that song, if you want it, is called The guy's name is Icy Slug. Icy Slug. That's kind of a fun song. I actually like to listen to it sometimes. I don't know if he has any other music. I mean, he has other music. I don't know if it's any good. But if you type on YouTube Icy Slug, and it's called Henny and Bacardi, and he tags Taylor Swift all over it. Supposedly people are claiming that is his cousin. I don't know if that's true or not. Icy Slug. 982 subs. Yeah, no problem, Sherry. All right, so let's get into this. This Maine mass shooter who killed 18 people inside bar told cops he was capable of doing something. The guy's name is Robert Card. Told police he was capable of doing something during a welfare check 3 months before he gunned down 18 people inside of a bar and bowling alley in the state's deadliest mass shooting to date. The cryptic remarks as New York State troopers enforced a directive to bring Card to counseling services at a West Point Army facility in July before he was ultimately transferred to a civilian psychiatric hospital. Body cam footage obtained by WMTW shows. The action was taken after members of his Army Reserve unit told authorities they were concerned over his mental state. I hope you understand they're concerned enough about your welfare that they called us, one of the troopers tells Card. Oh, because they're scared because I'm going to freaking do something because I'm capable, Card responds. The trooper asks Card what he means by that, and he says, nothing. The concerns over that 48-year-old Army reservist's mental health came 3 months before he fatally shot 18 people in Lewiston, Maine, sparking a massive manhunt that ended in, of course, him ending his own life. So let's watch the video. So I wanted to check out. Tickle Tits, man. Thank you so much.
I didn't do anything wrong. I haven't been physical with anyone.
Let me fix the volume.
Yeah, no one's alleging that.
Yeah, no.
So, what was it that caused the issue last night?
They keep saying shit behind my back. I confront them, and they pretend like I'm here instead.
Okay. Who in particular is
But it's happening everywhere. So
all right?
hearing bits and pieces of all of it, and it's just getting old. And I confront people, and it doesn't stop. So.
Okay. All right. So we talked to a few of them today, and they're saying like nothing like that is happening. They're talking about how good of a friend they are to you. You guys have been great friends for a decade now, and they're not sure what's going on. They're not saying these things behind your back. They're not calling.
So I was wondering, it's like paranoia going on.
You names or anything like that, and they're concerned because they don't understand why you think that they are.
I don't know.
I mean, you say that they're talking about you behind your back, but you actually hear them saying these things,
Yeah,
or
I'm here, yeah.
Okay. Well, so why would they tell us that they weren't saying those things?
I don't know.
I mean, does it make sense that someone that you've been good friends with for over a decade would all of a sudden just start saying these things about you?
It's happening everywhere, so yeah.
What do you mean by that?
A lot of sense.
What do you mean by that? It's happening everywhere.
At work, I had to quit my job, go to a different place to try to leave it, and then it's there as well. So.
What were they saying at work?
Huh?
What kind of stuff were they?
Gay, I'm a pedophile, I like little boys, I like little girls.
And what kind of stuff were your friends talking about?
Same exact stuff. It's the same thing
Do
over
the
and
people
over.
do the people at where you work know the people that you serve with?
They live in Lewiston. They're all somewhat close, yeah, areas.
But do they know each other?
Do they know each other?
I don't know.
Okay. So when you say you hear bits and pieces, how do you hear the bits and pieces?
Just
Like,
thrown in
not-
conversations, or when I turn my back,
Oh, so you're
then I go and confront them, and
Okay.
yeah.
okay.
I know it's happening because one guy at work actually had the nuts to say, yeah, this isn't what an innocent person would do. You wouldn't be walking the right way pretending you don't hear him. So I know it's happening because
Okay.
everyone's fucking with me. It's getting old.
Damn. So I guess probably hearing voices and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Robert, are you on any prescription medication right now?
No,
Nothing at all.
no.
Okay. All right. They mentioned that you have some hearing aids, right?
Yeah.
That you. How long have you had those?
4 months, 3 months now.
Okay. All right. How long have these issues been going on at home, work, here?
Been about 6 months now.
Okay.
I think the cop's being kind of like really smart the way he's talking about it. Not like, how long have you been hearing these voices or these supposed people? He's like, how long have these incidents been happening? So he's getting information and feedback from him. So he's saying 6 months.
When did you say you got the hearing aid?
3 months ago. Because
3 months ago, hearing it. Can hearing aids? I wonder. When you put hearing aids in, can you like have better hearing, super hearing? Can you hear even better than somebody? If you wanted to, can you like turn the settings up? Can you hear unintentional conversations? I mean, no doubt this guy had mental health. Maybe he was hearing stuff, but he was hearing stuff in his head, or maybe he was hearing whispers, but interpreting it as something else. Hearing aid. Hearing aids do not restore normal hearing, unlike eyeglasses or contact lenses. Which can restore 20/20 vision. Hearing aids can amplify all sounds, including background noise. Ooh, they may not want to hear. Oh, that kind of sucks. That's almost like the microphone. So it amplifies everything, but you can also it could also amplify things that you may necessarily not want to hear. Ugh. See, like right now with the microphone, I have a bunch of settings and stuff amplified, but I also have other settings to kind of take away from the background noise, the white noise. Like you could like right now, hold on, let me see. If I take off, I'm gonna take off noise suppression. Actually, you don't hear anything because I have another thing that removes that. Hold on, let me try this. There you go. Now you can hear that. Like the feed going in. You could probably, yeah, let me not do that one. I probably shouldn't mess with these settings too much. But yeah, I can imagine having everything amplified together. And hearing aids amplifies everything. Other conversations too. Don't I know, right? Don't touch any buttons. I messed up the settings last night somehow. I got it fixed today. Not so much on this channel, but the main channel. Wow.
I was hearing shit, and everyone was looking at me and talking, and I watch people. That's what I do. No one looks at me. No one talks. Like, I'm pretty invisible until all of a sudden now everyone fucking knows who I am.
What do you think
The
that
audio's
is?
messed up. A little delayed.
I don't know. All these rumors, freaking. I don't know. I've heard it's online someplace. I can't find the shit. No one will tell me about it. But
What do you mean when you say it's online?
all of these rumors about me being gay, pedophile.
But you haven't been able to find it online anymore.
I haven't. No.
Okay.
Did someone tell you that it was online?
I've overheard it. Yeah. Just little bits and pieces. I'm just catching
Okay.
over and over.
That's crazy what the mind can do.
Okay. So, the staff here is concerned about you.
Oh.
To the point that
Ronan says you can if you see a specialist, they can fine tune the real hearing aids over to try to tune out the extra noise you don't want. Audiologists, I think they're called. Very interesting. Tickle Test, thank you for the 10. Says, this is a PSA to get your hearing tested. I remember Maddie's ears got tested, and now her eyes at school, she didn't pass the eye test, and so they made me take her to another place, which was a mess. And so now I have to take her to like a pediatric optometrist to get her eyes checked. Get your ears tested. I have tinnitus, and I'm younger than 40, and I learned how bad my hearing is. That's so interesting. You know, I remember at one point Maddie's hearing, when she was younger, she had like very sensitive hearing. I don't know what it was. Everything's fine. I mean, she's taken a hearing test before, and it's fine now. It doesn't bother her anymore. But I feel like certain frequencies would almost bother her, like birds chirping sometimes. It was really weird. And then it just went away.
They have command directed you to talk with a
It
counselor.
was like random. It would happen sometimes and not happen, and then just went away.
Okay. So they are in a position now to take you to a counselor today to talk with someone. Okay. Do you know where that would take place?
I have no idea.
So that would take place over at Keller at West Point, on the other side of the river. Are you familiar with that place?
No.
Okay. So it's a drive up the Taconic to 84 across the river and then back down just because of storms shut down a couple roads for us. Okay. Are you willing to do that? Would you be willing
I have
help
to
with
if it's command directive, obviously.
that? Okay.
But
Well, I mean,
is it going to help
when I say-
anything? No.
I don't know.
I would rather have people stop talking and stop looking at me. I'm a fucking private person that don't like fucking my shit out there.
I can understand that.
Yeah. I can too.
I can absolutely understand that.
So these guys here been your friends for a long time, right?
No, apparently not. Yeah.
But no, think
But this is a new development you're saying in the
Think
last
about it.
6 months or 3
No.
months you're saying.
yeah,
You know?
right? Up until what, 6 months ago or
I
something.
don't have any real good friends, obviously.
But-
I don't believe that's
but-
true. I think something's going on.
Something's happening, right? Because up until 6 months ago, right, you trust these guys with your life, right?
Every
We're both,
weekend, I
we're both
guess.
service members.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know how it
And
is.
there's nobody tighter than your
Yep.
brothers.
So these guys, I mean, I hope you understand that they're concerned enough about your welfare that they called us.
Oh, because they're scared, because I'm going to freaking do something, because I am capable.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. No.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Capable.
like, what do you mean? These guys, I mean, I hope you understand that they're concerned enough about your welfare that they called us.
Oh, because they're scared, because I'm going to freaking do something, because I am capable.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. No.
Oh, shit.
Okay. All right. Well, like he said, you're gonna have to go to Keller Army Hospital. Okay. Speak with a counselor. All right. We just don't want there to be any issues on the way there, or while you're there. I mean, obviously, while you're there, you know, they have plenty of people there that are willing to help you out. All right. But we don't want any incidents on the way there. All right.
Do you think that you can do that?
Yes.
Okay. Because so they're going to take you ride with them, and we're going to follow. The other option is that you ride with us.
But that involves handcuffs.
Yeah. You can go.
Yeah,
I don't want to treat you
going.
like that.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. All right. So if You give me your word that you'll go with
20
him.
years. I shouldn't even be here. I fucking tried to get out of this fucking ET. No, you have to fucking come. Can you guys give me a chance to get dressed?
You got socks and
What is that? Skull to what do you guys call? I see somebody in the you guys in the chat talking about skull to voice to skull or what? I'll try to look that up.
shoes. Just go with what you're wearing.
That's what it's gonna have to be.
You want to grab a bag and we can put some stuff in a bag if you want.
Voice to skull devices.
Yeah, all you're really gonna need: socks, a pair of shoes, ID. Yeah, bring your ID, cell phone, and a cell phone charger.
This is what they can project sound to your head.
That's gonna be it.
They do have the don't they have like radiation waves they can do though? Like microwave waves or something?
Robert, do you have any weapons in the room?
Good night.
Where is it? Okay, just leave it on the back.
Yeah.
Or what is it?
Good.
I don't know what I'm talking about. They use some type of microwave system, but it's not what I was thinking of. I was thinking of something else. Sound stuff or whatever.
Like these things here?
Oh.
You want a charger for your phone?
I gotta be gone that long.
I don't know. I don't know. My phone eats a battery in 2 hours, so I don't know. If you want it. If you want it, but it doesn't hurt to have it. Doesn't hurt to have it. You want a rain jacket or anything? Because it's been on and off all morning. Thank you, Mark. You got any keys you need? Anything like that?
I fill this up.
Yeah. You good if I shut this?
Yeah. What's up?
When do you get to the car?
I've already got my 20-year letter, so I'm trying to get back together. Are you guys out the doors?
What's you that?
Starting to get
What's that?
unit administrator. There's some paperwork.
Oh, I've seen the bone conductive hearing aid.
All right, Robert, you're gonna go in this vehicle here.
Can I get some information from you before you go? Robert, what's your last name?
What's up?
What's your last name?
Card.
C-A-R-D?
Yes.
And Robert, what's your birthday?
04/04/1983.
What's a good callback number for you?
Wait a minute.
And what's your
The
address?
shooting was 3 months later, sir. Yes, sir.
Bowden.
BOWD1?
Yeah.
Bowden what?
Maine. I mean,
Oh, love for this name.
Is it?
04287.
Do you have any questions for me, Robert?
No.
No? You'll be alright?
Yeah.
You gonna make it through the time?
Probably not. I don't know. I wonder if they do that. Helpcat says unrelated to TAP, but they need to have military exit interviews and 10 therapy visits when leaving. I wonder, is there any kind of, I don't know, services offered for when they get out? Or do you have to request it? Is it mandatory? Or do they just kind of send you on your way?
I'm already there technically.
Well, I mean, you're not yet because you're here.
Yeah.
You gonna make it through retirement?
I'm hoping.
Okay. Alright, don't do anything to jeopardize it, man, alright?
Yeah.
You earned it a lot of times this is. I'll let you drive, and I'm gonna follow you so that I can give people a ride. You're gonna go with them. I'll follow you. I'll go to the hospital.
Walter Reed Hospital has great tech. No services offered. Damn. Ooh.
Alright. We'll be right behind.
He gets sent on his way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The cops are, compassionate, I guess. They try to be understanding, but I don't know if there's ever any follow-up. Well, he did have, they said this was 2 weeks. Let me see. Warning signs ignored.
We heard powerful testimony this morning from the families of those killed in the Lewiston shootings. They shared the victims' stories as well as the moments leading up to and after the tragedy.
I want people to know how much his daughter meant to him.
Oh, man.
She was his whole world. He would move mountains for her. And she worshipped the ground that he walked on. She was such a daddy's girl. And she still looks for him. She still calls out for him.
Spouses, children, and parents stepping forward to share their grief.
I remember my son Jonathan telling me he screamed at officers to let him see his father until he was hoarse. And when they wouldn't let him in, he sent his father a text that said, "I'm sorry I wasn't there. I love you."
Rongo says this body cam is from July 2023. Shooting was October 2023. I thought he also had, after this body cam thing, that there was like some type of mental health, some type of evaluation I thought happened as well.
And I'll see you in heaven, Father.
Oh, stop.
Kathleen Walker was with her husband Jason at Just in Time Recreation. He was one of the people who attempted to subdue Robert Card.
I no longer feel safe. I lock every door. I installed cameras at my home. When I go out, I carry a firearm. I always look over my shoulder and I flinch at loud sounds. I need to check on my kids each time I hear a siren because I could not bear any more grief than the weight I already carry.
Members of the deaf community who had also lost loved ones were present with interpreters available to them.
It's devastating. My heart is broken for my daughter. My daughter had to hear those words about her dad.
But for them, a big problem was a lack of access to interpreters when families were just looking for information following the shooting.
At that point, We knew that deaf people were involved. They knew that deaf people were involved. There were
Oh, Havana syndrome, sonic attacks, microwave energy. Okay.
no interpreters there. My mother-in-law has limited sign language, but she was the one who had to tell me that there was a good chance my husband had probably passed away at that point.
They hope that change will be made for the future.
This horror could and should have been prevented. Warning signs were ignored. The many times that family and friends expressed concern about Robert Card's mental health to the Army and law enforcement should have been taken seriously.
The next hearing is scheduled for February 15th, where the commission will hear from Maine State Police. In Augusta, I'm Jacob Murphy with Maine's Total Coverage.
I believe he's going to snap and do a mass shooting. Sean Hodgson sending that text to his Army Reserve commander and going to snap.
To get help or continue help, I'm afraid is going to effing up his life, or to F up his life from hearing those things he thinks he heard. When I dropped him off, he was concerned his weapons were still in the car. I believe they were at the unit, and no one searched his vehicle on federal property. And yes, he still has all of his weapons. I'm not there. I'm at my own place. I believe he's going to snap and do a mass shooting. Damn, bro. Some of the almost like Crumley kind of like, so some of the people literally have said like, yo, Crumley like drew it out on a picture for these people, depicted the gun and shooting and blood, and I forgot what he wrote in the words. And this right here, this person's literally, it's our friend, I guess, is like, I think he's gonna do a mass shooting. He needs help. He's literally telling people he's hearing voices. Well, to him, he's not hearing voices. People are talking about him, but it's kind of clear that he's probably hearing these voices.
Snap and do a mass shooting. Sean Hodgson sending that text to his Army Reserve commander in Saco 6 weeks before the Lewiston mass shooting. Hodgson now speaking with the Associated Press.
I knew he was going to do something bad because he was deteriorating in his mental health.
We're also now seeing video of Robert Card in uniform. This footage from 2022 shows him with fellow reservists at a ceremony inside the Reserve Center in Saco.
According to this one source, which is not the most credible of our soldiers.
It's the same building visited by police after Hodgson's September warning. Body camera video first obtained by 8 Investigates shows the reserve commander downplaying those concerns. Hodgson says his report should have been taken more seriously.
And for them to discredit me, that really pisses me off.
After Card's 2-week mental health hospitalization while his reserve unit trained cadets at West Point, it was Hodgson that drove him back to Maine.
And I'm trained on insider threat, insider mitigation.
Hodgson telling the AP he hates that Card, as he put it, took the easy way out. It's something he struggles with daily, but Hodgson says he believes he did everything he could.
I did my job and I went over and beyond it, and I literally spelt it out for him. I don't know how clear I could have gotten.
That was our Terry Stackhouse reporting. A spokesperson for the Army tells us they aren't able to respond to Hodgson's comments due to the...
All right, I guess not. FBI catches, Cali 80 Sniper says, FBI catches those type of texts right, though, right? And he puts like a shrug face. I used to always think that like they have like a system that's capturing all types of like phrases of like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to shoot this, blah, blah. And thought that maybe it would go into some type of database. I mean, it would be probably so much. And then like there'd be like a system that flags things, and then like maybe something in the system, and then I don't know, but maybe not. Oh, BL, I gotta add a lot of commands to this channel. Apparently, I have to put the commands for each channel and each thing. So I haven't done that here. I need to do that. I'm gonna add that to the to-do list.
The ongoing internal investigation that's happening, but they did confirm that he is still an active member of the Army Reserve.
That is craziness. I didn't even remember that this guy killed 18 people. Wow. I remember this image. I wonder if he's seen combat before. Oh, he was in the reserves, right? But I think he was reserves. I don't even know how, like, I always try to like wrap my mind around it, but I guess you can't. Like, what drive somebody to this point. I guess in his case, from the very little that we know or seen, he's hearing voices in his head. I don't know if they were telling him to do things. And then he thinks all his friends that he's known for a long time, they're all talking bad about him. And he was even transferred to a civilian psychiatric hospital. Okay, that's where the body cam was from. I don't know, bro. The crazy thing, like, I don't know how much. I know there's got to be, maybe, I don't know, the experts need help. Maybe they need more resources. Can I teach Rabbit about the commands? I don't know if Rabbit uses Streamlabs. I think Rabbit uses StreamYard. But I remember at one point Rabbit had told me that she was considering switching over, I thought, and she was kind of practicing or something. I could definitely show her if she needs, if I can send her some screenshots on how to do it. The command is not hard. You just got to know where to find it. Give me another article. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, the other thing we never got to finish, the Fannie Willis, which kind of caused a little bit of a ruckus the other day when we did the live stream. We watched her testimony, but we never watched. I wanted to see her father testify, and I wanted to see. Not only was it her father that testified, but it was the guy that had hooked up with Fannie or whatever. He had testified too. But I think that guy's testimony is like 3 hours. I got to ask Mo, how long is it? I don't know if we have time today. One day I'd like to do it, that we watch the rest of the testimony. It's going to be kind of long. And for the people who watch, we're watching for fun. It's not to... I thought it was really interesting. It's just to kind of kick back and relax. It's not to like trigger people. I know some people, I guess, didn't like that. It might have been just one person, but I know the chat was riled up too. Some people in the chat, not everybody, just a few people. It says here, Army decided Maine shooting gunman Robert Card shouldn't have a weapon after erratic behavior in July. I wonder, should I play the video? Robert Card, wow. Okay. It said that leaders of the gunman's Army Reserve unit said that he was behaving erratically, and the Army decided he shouldn't have a weapon, handle ammunition, or participate in any live fire activity. Wow. Robert Card killed 18 and injured 13 in the shootings October 25th at a bar and bowling alley. After a 2-day manhunt, he was found dead. After he underwent a medical evaluation over his behavior while training at the U.S. Military Academy in New York in July, the Army determined he was non-deployable due to concerns of his well-being. So there was a lot of warnings. Lieutenant Colonel Ruth Castro, an Army spokesperson, said in a statement to CBS News, his company commander was notified of the restrictions, according to Castro. In September, his unit asked Sagadahoc County Sheriff's Office, weird city or county, office in southern Maine to perform a health and welfare check on the reservist. The request was made out of an abundance of caution after the unit became concerned for his safety. She didn't provide additional details, citing an ongoing Army investigation. That's probably all you ever get out of it. The sheriff, Joel Murray, said on Monday evening that his office was contacted in May by members of the reservist's family concerned over his mental health and access to weapons. Murray said a deputy within his office contacted the reservist Army Reserve Training Group, who assured our office that they would ensure he received medical attention. Murray said in a statement in September, on 2 occasions, the deputy couldn't find the reservist at his home in Bowdoin, prompting the sheriff to send an alert asking authorities throughout the state to look out for him. Before the shooting, he had made threats against his military base and other soldiers. Wow. A sheriff deputy then contacted his unit commander, and the reservist brother Mary said He claimed that the commander said they were trying to get treatment for the reservist and that his brother would try to secure any firearms that the reservist had access to. The alert to other law enforcement agencies to locate the person in question was canceled on October 18th, 1 hour before the mass shooting. We believe that our agency acted appropriately and followed procedures for conducting an attempt to locate and wellness check. The gunman was a sergeant with the first class in the 3rd Battalion, the 304th Infantry Regiment, based in Saco, Maine, according to the Army. He worked as a petroleum supply specialist and had no combat deployment. So, okay, interesting. In July, leaders of his unit said that he was behaving erratically while training at the U.S. Military Academy. Okay, we read that already. Repeating. New York State Police took him to an Army hospital at West Point for a medical evaluation. According to the National Guard, the state police declined to comment on the incident, citing an active investigation. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives confirmed to CBS in a statement Tuesday that the gunman attempted to purchase a silencer at a Maine gun shop a few months ago. The gun shop, however, was not identified, declined to sell him the silencer because of a response provided to a question on an ATF form required by all federal firearm licensees to potential buyers, the ATF said. The government responded yes to the question, have you ever been adjudicated as a mental defective or ever been committed to a mental institution? Well, he answered honestly. I thought there was some type of system. They've been talking about some type of system forever, and apparently, I guess there's not. Doesn't seem like it. They can say there is, but it doesn't really seem like it. But this guy just read that, at least did his due diligence and said no. No to the gun purchase. The ATF said that if it did not learn about this incident until after the shootings because the gun shops are not required to report when a buyer self-identifies as being in a prohibited category. I mean, he filled out, wasn't this the ATF form? So the ATF is like, yo, we didn't know about this because the gun shop didn't report it. Even though he filled out the ATF form, did he get that form at the store though? Or is this some like online thing? I don't know how that works. Maybe it was in the store because of a response card provided to a question. Maybe he got it in the store. Required by all federal firearms licensees to potential buyers. Okay, maybe they gave it to him in the store. I thought maybe he filled out like an online form. I'm like, bruh. Okay. According to the Maine law enforcement bulletin seen by CBS News during last week's manhunt, the gunman had recently reported mental health issues, including hearing voices and threats to shoot up a military base. Wow. Annie P, what's up? Annie? Yeah, no combat deployments. So, I guess that's that. That's the update on that situation. Crazy. All right. Let me just do a little quick check here. A little usual daily check. See what's going on Inside Edition. Then maybe we'll call it for now. I should leave some notifications in case something crazy happens today. Wow. Train narrowly misses hitting big wheeler crossing train tracks.
Jorge has always put the ones he loves first. But when it comes to caring for his teeth, he's let his own...
You almost want to close your eyes so you can't see what you think is about to happen. But miraculously, the train narrowly misses, hitting the big wheeler crossing over the tracks. While in this case, there was no collision and no one was hurt, it's not the first time a truck has been in such a predicament. Here's Mara Montalbano reporting on an incident in 2018.
A truck driver was able to get out of the path of an oncoming train. But his truck wasn't so lucky.
Yes!
Video of the incident was taken in Temple, Georgia.
Wow.
The truck driver can be seen getting out of the vehicle after the safety railing got stuck on the truck's bed and he couldn't move it anymore. While he was able to get to safety after he saw the train coming, nothing could be done to save the truck. Fortunately, no one on the train was injured either.
Wow.
In another incident from 2022, the driver was able to get out with mere seconds to spare. TC Newman has that story.
This video, released by the Duluth, Georgia Police Department, shows a vehicle turning right onto a set of train tracks. Traffic continues to whiz by as the woman realizes her car is stuck. She gets out of the vehicle just in time to see the red lights flash and the gates lower, leaving the car alone to take the force of a head-on collision. Authorities said the driver told officers she was unfamiliar with the area and accidentally turned right onto the train tracks. The cargo train was transporting lumber when the crash happened. While her car was sent spinning, the woman was unharmed. Duluth Police reminds drivers that the first thing to do if their car ever gets stuck on train tracks is to call 911.
All reminders to play it safe around train tracks. This is Inside Edition.
Anybody ever had any close calls on the train tracks? Did they ever find a 200-foot radio station? The 200-foot radio station antenna that disappeared? No, I haven't heard of that. Wilson, what's up? 200-foot radio station, radio antenna, radio station antenna. 200. Let's see, radio antenna. Oh, that was in February, huh? Radio station baffled after 200-foot radio tower disappears. What? Let's see. No. Radio station is on standby after thieves somehow stole. Maybe it was, I'm thinking like aliens. Somehow stole a 200-foot radio tower in Alabama. No one's sure how the ambitious bandits made it off with a heavy steel structure. WJLX station general manager Brett Elmore told WBRC, "I've tried all weekend to figure it out and I just can't." I guess they got no cameras or pointing at this thing. Let's see if we can watch the interview.
Starts now.
Welcome in, everyone. New Live at 5. And this one really had us scratching our heads here in the newsroom. A 200-foot AM radio tower in Walker County is gone. Stolen without a trace.
Those kind of things don't just walk away by themselves. Officers are searching tonight for the thieves and the tower and trying to solve what is now a federal crime. WJLX AM's station with a much weaker signal tonight, and Tristan Rupert in Walker County with the conversation with the station's general manager.
Station General Manager Brett Elmore remains hopeful that somebody shares information that allows law enforcement to find those responsible for the theft. Still, even he is blown away by what happened.
I've tried all weekend to figure it out, and I just can't. I've been in the radio business, around it all my life, and then been in it for 26 years professionally, and I can say I've never heard of anything like this. And this one, I've seen it all now.
Elmore says they first learned the theft on Friday. He says a bush hog crew went down to the WJLX tower site to clean up the property, but the thieves had already cleared it out.
When he arrived, he called me on Friday and said, the tower's gone. And so I said, what do you mean the tower's gone? You know, and are you sure you're at the right place? You know, and he said, no. He said, the tower's gone. There's wires everywhere and it's gone.
Elmore says they are working with the FCC to get temporary authority to carry on while they rebuild the AM side of their operations. Still, it's unclear just how long the rebuild efforts could take.
This really hurts a small operation like this, but like I say, I believe we're going to find out who did this. It's a federal crime, and it absolutely will not be worth it to them.
Again, if you know any...
Yeah, I'm surprised it's a federal crime. I wonder why, what makes it a federal crime. Real quick, I was curious about, I don't know who this guy is. This person passed away, Novani.
Reports out of Russia say activist and politician Alexei Navalny is dead. Navalny was a vocal opponent of Russian President Vladimir Putin. He was a lawyer and spent years rallying others and leading protests against the government. In 2008, Navalny founded the anti-corruption foundation FBK in hopes of exposing criminals inside the Kremlin. He leveraged social media to spread his message, gaining over 6 million subscribers on YouTube and almost 3 million followers on Instagram. Navalny came in second in the 2013 Moscow mayoral race, losing to a Putin appointee. A few years later, he ran for president against Putin. In both 2013 and 2014,
they have elections over there? I thought he just said, I'm staying here.
Later, he ran for president against Putin. In both 2013 and 2014, he was convicted of several counts of embezzlement. The European Court of Human Rights later ruled that the cases violated Navalny's right to a fair trial. In 2020,
they just probably found a way to lock him up.
Navalny was put in prison on accusation of parole violations, sparking protests across Russia and concern from the international community. While in jail, the charges of extremism and fraud were added, along with more prison time to Navalny's sentence.
And the decision by Russian authorities to add imprisoned opposition figure Alexei Navalny and 8 of his allies to the registry of so-called extremists and terrorists is disturbing. Mr. Navalny remains imprisoned on politically fabricated grounds. We have been consistently clear about that.
Elections, right?
We call again for his immediate and unconditional release.
Navalny was serving a combined 30-and-a-half-year jail sentence. Reports came from Russia's Federal Prison Service on February 16th, saying in part, Navalny felt unwell after a walk, almost immediately losing consciousness. Emergency medics confirmed the death of the convict. Some people are not convinced.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised, honestly, they wouldn't have killed this guy sooner. If he was, I feel he probably, I mean, I don't know the circumstances, but just given the, it's not like they took him out. He felt unwell after a walk, almost immediately. And they got all kinds of stuff. The government, to kill him if they wanted to, quickly, silently, undetectable, probably, you know.
Emergency medics confirmed the death of the convict. Some people are not convinced either of his death or that it happened in the way that it was described. Navalny's wife, Yulia Navalnaya, spoke about reports of her husband's death at the Munich Security Conference.
Я не знаю.
I don't know whether to believe the news or not, the terrible news that we receive only from government sources in Russia. Because for many years, and you all know this, we cannot trust Putin and the Putin government. They always lie. She went on to say that Putin and his government bear responsibility for what they did to our country, to my family, and to my husband. Alexei Navalny was 40.
Wow, they poisoned, Period says they poisoned him last year, but he survived. And they jailed him. They arrested over 200 people who paid respect for him? Wow. Oof.
7 years old. Alexei Navalny was 47 years old.
47. Dang, yeah, I kept hearing that name and I saw when it was trending, but I didn't really know the story about it. I thought I saw somewhere too that they said supposedly he reacted to it. Putin did. I don't know what his thoughts were at. I wish, I don't think Tucker Carlson brought that up, this guy. I don't know if he even knew about him or not. I remember Tucker Carlson brought up a reporter, but he didn't bring up this guy. Let me see.
There is international outrage over the shocking death of Putin's bravest opponent, 47-year-old Alexei Navalny, who died today in a remote Siberian prison camp.
The hell is that? Is that they put him in this container for courtroom?
Year-old Alexei.
I remember there was that guy that was like a cannibal. I forgot what country it was. And they put him in a box like this, I think, for the trial. Is that a I don't know what that is. Is that for trial or is that some type of like desanitizing thing?
Navalny, who died today in a remote Siberian
or is that there what the jails are? It's like,
prison camp.
Make no mistake, Putin is responsible for Navalny's death.
Vice President
I didn't know he said that. Oh,
Kamala Harris was at a security conference in Munich along with Navalny's wife Yulia when the news of his death broke.
This would be a further sign of Putin's brutality.
Yulia worked tirelessly to free her imprisoned husband, and last year attended the White House Correspondents' Dinner with their daughter, Daria, a 22-year-old Stanford University student. The reaction is one.
Oh, Silence of the Lambs. Wasn't there like a real life thing where they had some actual cannibal locked up like that? Let me see. Cannibal locked up. I thought there was a real life thing that actually happened, that they actually did have the guy locked up in some type of cage or some shit. I know I saw like Liverpool's Cannibal Killer. I don't know if it's that. It is a Russian man tries to escape from court. It looks like a jail thing or something. Like a court thing.
One of disbelief, with vigils around the world mourning the death of a man admired for his steadfastness and extraordinary moral courage. In 2020, he survived an assassination attempt by poison. What can you say about Navalny's courage? Because, man, they tried to poison him, they tried to kill this guy, and really he would never back down.
In the end, he had the audacity and the courage to take on Vladimir Putin, to dream of a different future for Russia. And that for Putin was just a step too far.
Yes.
Just yesterday.
That's the name. That looks familiar. Alfredo Bale Trevino. There's this other guy, unrelated story, that faced trial in an iron cage. Let me see this one. I feel like I read a... Inspired Hannibal Lecter. Oh, so that's... This Alfredo guy is inspired Hannibal Lecter? I guess they don't have pictures.
Yesterday, Navalny made a remote court appearance looking gaunt but smiling. He was incarcerated for bogus charges at the Polar Wolf penal colony north of the Arctic Circle, where temperatures dropped to a frigid minus 18 degrees. Today, even Tucker Carlson, who faced heavy criticism for his softball interview with Putin in Moscow, is calling Navalny's death barbaric and awful.
Yeah, imagine he would have did that interview before or after. I mean, after this incident happened, I wonder if he would have questioned him.
Carlson, who faced heavy criticism for his softball interview with Putin in Moscow, is calling Navalny's death barbaric and awful.
Yeah, that's what they do to people out there, huh? That's pretty sad. All right, I guess we're calling it for now. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I guess that we'll see later. I'd like to, if we could touch on a little bit later that Texas story, because I've had a lot of people tagging me about that. Oh, somebody just tagged about something else. Press conference. Oh shit. 2:30. Okay. Audrey Cunningham will be. There's a press conference at 2:30 p.m. So we're gonna have to do it. So 2:30 is 3:30. This Texas time. All right. So let me set up a live stream. I should have covered it earlier. Now we just got to throw ourselves in there. So I'm gonna schedule a live. Let me see. That was Lily. Thank you, Lily, for the heads up. I'm going to schedule a live, and then I'm going to eat some lunch and then go through, read a little bit, some articles before the press conference. 2:30. Great new. Press conference. All right. So what's going to happen is just going to happen. Oh, and that kind of comes into close to my, I was going to do the interview thing. I'm going to have to see if they can push it back. He hasn't even got back to me. Okay. Okay. Let me get a picture. Yeah, so let me get this done. I had heard that yeah, there was a lot of drama with this story. They were saying it's almost like a Summer Wells 2.0, and there's people out there, YouTubers in person, and it's becoming a mess and all this stuff. I'm just gonna make a very simple, basic thumbnail. I'm actually just gonna use an image for now, and then I'll update it later. Let me just launch it so people know I'm going live. Boom, boom. So we'll check out later too. We'll see what the mess is going about this. So you guys been following this story? I haven't been following it at all. I've been sent video clips and links. And isn't the press conference like in 12 minutes? No. Texas is an hour behind me. So 12:30 for them is 3:30 for me. Okay. So I'm gonna schedule it. So it's supposed to be 3:30. We're gonna do 3:15. Hopefully that gives me 3:15. Let's do 3:15. We'll start like 15 minutes early and go over some of the details. And redirect. We'll redirect back over there after. Perfect. I said 2:30. 2:30. Maybe I didn't say it loud enough. And no, guys. It's 2:30 in Texas. It's going to be at 2:30 p.m. So for Eastern, that's going to be 3:30 p.m. All right. So in about an hour, it's going to be. Personal story about what? This similar to this crazy shit, or something else in the chat. So, yeah, it's less than an hour, in about an hour. No, actually, a little bit more than an hour. In about an hour, it's going to be the press conference. So I set it up on the other channel, and I'll redirect guys, and I'll put the link in the chat. I don't know. They've already done 2 press conferences, so this is going to be the 3rd press conference. So I'm wondering if they're going to have like some major announcement. I don't know if they found her or found a body or what's going on. Thank you. Yeah. Andy says current Texas time, 1:23 p.m. Long story short, in an hour. That's it. That's all you need to know. And when you go to that stream, it'll tell you like how many minutes till it starts. All right. So I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm going to chill for a little bit, read some articles, clean up all the mess on my screen, have some lunch, and then we'll do the new press conference and hopefully catch up. Really? Insulting? All right. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right. Bye. Bloop, bloop, bloop.